view, now turn around, jump low, pick it up, ooh. Big bang, we getting paid over here. Broke niggas go stand over there. Fake ass hoes gon' meet them over there. Lil booties, they met over here. Now stop. Wait a minute now.
Like, oh my god, why am I about to do this video? I don't even want to do it. Y'all see how long it took me to do this video? Like, I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm doing it for y'all because, yeah. You hear the sirens in the background? It's a whole lot, baby. It's a whole lot, and this is the last time I'm talking about this. First of all, these sirens are carrying. This is the last time I'm talking about this until season 3. If I come back for season 3, but I'll talk about that later in the video. So, y'all know season 1. Wait, tell me, I didn't even do my intro. What's going on, y'all? It's me, Spanky, and I'm back again with another video. Okay, so you guys know, alright, I'm on the come up season 2. I was on season 1. In season 1, I did, on my YouTube channel, I did my experience on season 1. So now I'm gonna do season 2. And I'm just talking about my experience, and I'm just talking about the reunion, okay? So season 2 was a whole lot. I really enjoyed filming. I enjoyed coming back. I'm thankful for Karan for bringing me back to the show. You know, that was dope or whatever. But as I said before in my previous video, when I got asked to do season 2, I didn't know what I was going to bring to the table. So I'm like, alright, let me think of something that's gonna like be good, pop, and like bring attention to me. Cause you know, last season, first season, I didn't have no storyline. I was just there just to be there, honestly. And yeah, it was just like a test run for me, like if I really wanted to do this. And I really did, but it was just a no-go for me. So when season 2 came, I'm like, bitch, I have to do something that's gonna make, like, I have to have a segment about me and me only, and something that's gonna have people actually get to know me and like me for me and be real with y'all. So me coming up to my mom was a real moment, something I didn't do yet, something I wanted to do. I wanted to do it on my YouTube channel, but Karan, Gemini Films has a bigger platform, so why not do it on that platform and get it to more viewers, you know? So that was that. Okay, so y'all know we start off the season with me, of course, you know, stepping on the scene with the gangster lean, like nah. So you know the season started off with me and Ty or whatever. You know, me and Ty knew each other before. Hold on, why my camera look crooked, child? Yeah, me and Ty knew each other before the come up, because we were supposed to do like a little like something similar to like the Red Table Talk. We supposed to do like it's supposed to be me, him, and 2 other people or whatever. We supposed to like sit down, have a little like YouTube show or whatever, like a podcast basically, but not really a podcast, but it was something in that nature or whatever we were supposed to have last year at the beginning of the year, but it never fell through or whatever, you know. But it is what it is. But it was in the works, but I don't know what happened. So me and Ty, so when Ty told me that he was gonna be on the season, we was just texting about that, talking about that, or getting like, you know, when it's about to, bitch, when it was about to be that time to film, a T page came about. Bitch, I don't know where this T page came from. It just came. I don't know how they knew we was about to film a season 2. It just came out of nowhere. Started spilling so much tea. They had all the cast members. I'm like, how do you even know who's on the cast? Like, it didn't make no sense, because how do y'all even know these things? Like, it was just, nobody said nothing. Like, none of the cast members said nothing. I didn't know who was gonna be on the cast except for me, Martell, Ty, and it's supposed to be like some other people that's supposed to be on the cast, but they wasn't on the cast. Like, there's one named Khalil supposed to be on it. Andre's supposed to be on it, but he's supposed to be in the beginning, but Andre didn't really know if he wanted to do it or not. So that's why Andre came later in the season. It was a couple other people, but I don't really know what happened to them. So I just knew it was gonna be Martell, Ty. I think I knew O'Neal was gonna be on there, and I knew Raekwon. Wait, did I know Raekwon was gonna be on there? I don't even know. I don't know, but I knew it was like, you know, some people. I knew some people was gonna be on the show, whatever. So, you know, let's just talk about the whole fucking me being messy and me telling Ty what Martell was saying and telling Martell what Ty was saying or whatever, because that's a big factor that was going on in this little situation that I'm being messy because I was telling the girls what the girls saying. First of all, mamas, it wasn't even supposed to give that. So me being loyal to Ty and me being loyal to Martell, and I'm friends. I met Martell like a year ago or 2 years ago now. I met him on season 1. I didn't know him before the show. He knew me. I didn't know him, and I'm just like, okay, he seemed cool. We could be friends. We get to know each other, whatever, you know. You know, he was a cool vibe, I guess, you know. He didn't do like no harm towards me. He wasn't like, you know, shading me or nothing. He legit seemed like a cool, nice person. So I'm like, all right, I like him. On season 1, you know, everybody was coming for him. You know, all the girls on that. And me being the person I am, I'm like, I don't want to put myself in that situation, put myself in, like, you know, get myself involved in that. But I'm still gonna have your back. It probably didn't show. I probably didn't show enough emotion or show enough energy that I had Martell back in season. I don't even know where I was at because my camera just did some other shit. But so me being loyal to Martell, me being loyal to Ty. I don't know if I said that already, but if I did, I'm saying it again. I didn't even know Ty even had an issue with Martell until he was telling me, and I'm just like, this is like off camera when we was filming. So I'm just like, okay, like, I didn't even know y'all had like issues or whatever, but I guess it is what it is. So when Ty was telling me that, you know, all the stuff that he was telling me about Martell, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I know, like, I don't know, cause I didn't even know they even knew each other. But Martell was a security guard on Bad Boys Club, so they already knew each other, but they knew of each other, cause I thought they even had like conversations and stuff, you know. Me being me, I'm trying to like get like all the tea from Ty or whatever about his, like, you know, why he don't like Martell, because it don't make no sense or whatever. So then I went to Martell. You know, I could say it was like a messy move. I don't really know. I don't feel like it was messy because I feel like I wasn't really doing it in a bad way, like to the point like, oh, like, yeah, like this is what Ty was saying about you, and you know, he was throwing shade, I wasn't like doing it like that. I was just like, well, like, do you got an issue with, like, when I went to Martell, I'm like, do you got an issue with Ty? Like, I just want to know, like, is it like a mutual beef or a mutual misunderstanding between y'all? Because it's like, I don't know. I didn't know what it was giving, basically. So, you know, Martell was telling me, you know, it's shade between them. I don't know how, but I guess it is what it is. So I guess I did tell Martell what Ty was saying, and I did tell Martell what, I did tell Ty what Martell was saying, and I wasn't being like malicious. I wasn't being like shady. I was just being like a good friend to both. I guess it was just, I shouldn't have even said nothing, but all that was behind the scenes stuff. So when we got to the rooftop scene, before we got, the day before that scene, Martell went on Instagram popping so much, like, and that's what triggered Ty to go off on him, because he already got all this tea, that all this stuff that he was saying about him from me or whatever, I guess the case was, and him popping shit on Instagram the day before we filmed the rooftop scene. We just put the cherry on top, like, now I'm coming for your head. Now that's what it's giving. And to be honest, I know I said it was my like event or setup. It wasn't my idea though. It was Ty's idea. I'm the one that just took all the blame for it. He was the one that was like, we should all do a sit down, get everybody together, and do this, do that. So everybody already knew who was gonna be there, bitch. Ty knew Martell was gonna be there. Martell knew I was gonna be there. O'Neal knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. But for y'all, for the audience, for the viewers, for the fans, for the supporters, we made it seem like nobody knew who was gonna be, bitch. We all knew who was gonna be there, right? But it was Ty's idea. I just made it seem like it was my idea because it just would have made sense that way, I guess. So, you know, everybody was like, oh, how I was shady and I wasn't loyal to Montel because I left out with Ty. That's not true. I got up and left out with Ty because Ty stood up and I thought he was about to throw something at Montel. First of all, being in this public place, I'm like, it's not even giving that. So me being a friend to Ty, I'm like, let's just go because it was getting too rowdy. I'm like, let's just go outside downstairs real quick because it's doing too much. We didn't even leave. We went downstairs and talked for a second. And that was just that. Then I went back upstairs. Or if I didn't go back upstairs, Montel and O'Neill's came downstairs and we all talked after that. Mind you, I didn't even talk to Montel when he came downstairs. I don't think I did. Because he was just mad and I was just like, you know, I'm just leaving him alone. I think I was talking to O'Neill and Ty. And this was like off camera. So I'm like, okay, Montel was talking to somebody. I think he was talking to Karan or somebody, you know, just explaining how he feel or whatever. I think he did for the simple way that I left out with Ty, and he told me that. He told me that. I don't know if he told me that same day or he told me on the phone when we spoke. But he did tell me that he felt the type of way that I left out with Ty. And we had a conversation. I think I apologized. We did a whole scene at Chrissy video shoot release thing. When we met Chance and Fitz, me and Montel, I brought it up to the attention that I know he felt the way that I left out with Ty. I explained myself to him. I apologized. That wasn't aired. That wasn't shown. It wasn't shown. But we did have a conversation about it. And I apologized. I was like, I know he felt some type of way. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know. But it is what it is. It happened or whatever. And the thing is, me and Montel was cool the whole entire season, y'all. We was cool. We was friends. We talked if not every day, we talked like most of the time. But I feel like me and Montel was not like real life friends. We was like on the show friends because we never, like we talked outside of the show. Like I went to his little birthday gathering he had. I went to his mother's birthday party. It was like down the block from my house. I went there, you know. We was cool, but I feel like we was show friends. We wasn't really like outside friends because we never hung out like that outside of filming. But I was like, we was cool though. Like, you know, I liked Montel or whatever. But I don't know, I feel like he's a weirdo now. I think he want everybody to be against me. He want me to be the bad guy. He want me to like, I don't know, he don't want people to like me. And I guess it is what it is. Like I'm a likable person, so people don't like me. If you don't like me, it is what it is. If you do like me, then you know, y'all know the vibes. But I don't know. What else happened, child? Because I'm just over this right now. I think that was that at the beginning. So the beginning of the season was like kind of like, it was good at the beginning of the season for me. I didn't really like, you know, have much drama then, because you know I was basically cool with everybody. So y'all know, like me, Raekwon had previous, I won't say beef, but we had an issue. He felt some type of way because when I did my season 1 experience or whatever, I guess he felt like, wait, what was the reason Raekwon didn't like me? I forgot. I think I was like talking about him in a bad way. I can't remember right now. But it was just a whole lot of a misunderstanding, I guess. Yeah, I don't really remember what happened between me and Raekwon. But I know that I know it was like an issue between us, and we never saw each other after season 1 was done filming. Like we didn't see each other, and like we was going back and forth. We was arguing. He wanted to tear away me. He wanted to fight me. He wanted to fight me so bad, bitch. Like he wanted to carry with me, bitch. And I'm like, I'm not fighting you. And it's like, I see you when I see you. And we finally saw each other. And the thing is, when I recorded my video to the come up, my experience or whatever, I've been recorded that video. I just didn't put it out yet. So when I saw him and like we had a conversation, I put out the video after we had a conversation. So it made it seem like I went home and talked about the situation that happened, and that wasn't the case. So So we saw each other or whatever, you know, and he approached me like, dude, we got a problem, or he was so, he said, I can't remember, because it was so long ago, and you know, we just had a conversation. We was like, it is what it is. I'm like, I don't got an issue with you. I don't want to fight you. It's like, it's what I'm fighting you for. It is what it is, or whatever. So, you know, we get on season 2, and he still feels some type of way about me. So it's just like, I don't have a problem with you, Raekwon. So when season 2 came and he still had the issue, I'm just like, all right, it is what it is. Like, you know, I guess that's gonna be a person that I'm gonna have be going back and forth with, because I guess people want to see drama from me or whatever. It is what it is. So, you know, we did a sit down at the little Bronx event. We talked about it again. We did it. It was squash. It is what it is. And he had an issue with my town. I feel like y'all just talk. There's y'all issue, because it's not that serious. It's not important. It's a misunderstanding, I guess. It is what it is. Like, y'all just had y'all issue. I don't think him and Martell even had a chance to sit down. If they did, I don't remember. But so basically, that was the issue between me and Raekwon or whatever. It wasn't a big of an issue, but you know, Raekwon was like real staticky at the time. He just wanted to fight me or whatever. But we never fought. We did it. Our issue then or whatever. So season 2 came or whatever. You know, we was just let's fast forward to Tea and Tacos. So Tea and Tacos came or whatever. All of a sudden, it's an issue between me and Chance. Mind you, I don't know Chance from my hole in the wall. I just met him at Chrissy release thing or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. Mind you, he looked kind of familiar because Chance was following me on Instagram. And I always just see him in my likes, but I never knew who this boy was. I thought he was just some random person, like, you know. So I'm just like, okay. So, the Chrissy video release thing came, and that's when I meet Fitz and Chance and Doll. I'm like, also these are the new cast members. I'm like, okay, whatever. I like to see new people, you know, meet them, you know, it's cute, whatever. At the video release thing, me and Raekwon didn't have an issue because we deaded it. We deaded our issue before then, so we didn't have no issue at the thing. We wasn't friends, we wasn't cordial, we was just, it is what it is, like, you know, it was no, like, animosity, it was no beef, we was just civil, basically, at this point. So, at the video release thing, I stated to Montel that I felt like Chance and Fitz was ganging up on him. Mind you, the issue was only between Chance and Montel, but I felt like Fitz was like trying to interject in it, like trying to get his little da in it for no reason. Mind you, this whole time I'm thinking Chance and Fitz knew each other before then, and to come to find out they met each other that same day. So I'm like, Fitz is doing all this and you just met Chance this day, and you like, I'm like, Rich, that's why I thought they knew each other. And like, I'm like, all right, it is what it is, because I didn't know these people. So I'm like, all right, y'all trying to gang up on him, but they was like how I felt like that, and I wasn't even doing nothing. I'm like, cause it's not my problem to be doing something. It's not my beef. It's you and Chance beef. But Fitz was just trying to interject, and I'm just like, you know what? Let me just mind my business. Montel could hold his own, but it wasn't getting nowhere. It was just, you know, it is what it is at that point. So fast forward to Tea and Tacos. We all knew it was an issue in the air between me and Chance, because it was just long overdue that this thing that I said was getting to him. And plus, people was putting bugs in his ear saying I said this about him, I had an issue with him, and it was never that serious. Like, it was never that serious to the point where me and Chance was gonna like argue or get to the point where we was gonna fight and stuff like that. We had many opportunities to talk it out, but I guess the girls wanted it on camera. So we get to Tea and Tacos, and y'all know Fitz event, or his little taco he wanted to eat tacos and basically spill all the tea between everybody. So at this point in the show, it's like really, at this point in the show, it's only beef or like animosity between Ty and Endall. Me and Chance supposed to be, and me and Raekwon already did it, our issue. But I still felt like at that time he still wanted, like, you know, problems with me. But you know, me being the person I am, I don't really care. So so we get to 10 tacos and Chance finally come. He sit down, you know, Fitz being the messy person that he is, trying to spill everything. We knew what we was going there to do, because we all knew who was going to be there. So it was going to get resolved, or everything was going to be said, whether or not Fitz would have said something or not. Everything was going to be said. Everything was going to be put on the table, whether or not, like, you know, because we all knew what was going on. We all knew. Because I knew what the vibes was given. I knew if I was going, I knew Chance was coming, so I knew we was going to talk about this issue. I already knew, and he knew as well. Everybody knew what was going on, basically, like, you know. So he get there, we basically talked it out, you know. I said, oh, so what's the issue between you? He was like, da 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 da. He says, wanted to talk to him. I wasn't, so it was just, you know, we was just going back and forth. Me being a non-confrontation person I am, I was like, you know what? It's not that serious to me. I don't really care. Like, I'm gonna defend myself, but you're not gonna try to come for me. Like, in the moment, everything was going one end out the other. Basically one out the other. But when I watched it back, I'm like, this bitch was really coming for me. The words was hitting. And I did text, she was like, bitch, I didn't even know you was giving, because at that time on the show we wasn't cool. But you know, after the show when we got cool, I texted him when the episode aired. I'm like, bitch, I didn't even know you was giving on that, bitch. I'm like, bitch, you gave a whole lot of this thing. But you know, it was whatever. And then me putting my hands in Raekwon's face was a whole different thing. Y'all probably like, why did I put my hands in Raekwon's face for no reason? But y'all don't understand is that me and Raekwon are sitting next to each other. So as me and Chance going back and forth, I hear Raekwon like laughing and giggling and saying little things. So I kindly turned to him like, do you have an issue? Or what is it giving? Cause I could take both of y'all at this point. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't really care right now, cause at this point I don't really care. Like, so I'm like, do you got an issue? And he like, oh baby, it's not even giving that. Like, don't ever put your hands in my face. Whatever he was doing, you know. As he should have did that. Because who does that, bitch? I was just like, I didn't mean to really do that, but it was just like to the point where like I was just over it. But yeah, you know, he got static with me. He stood up. At this point, I'm laughing. It's funny to me because you're doing all this for what? Like, I'm not giving you the type of energy. Like, I'm not about to waste my energy. Like, if we would have fought, then that would have been that. But me and Raekwon is cool now. We're like cordial, you know. We follow each other on Instagram. We speak like here and there. Like, you know, we cool. We did the issue. It is what it is. You know, yeah. I always thought Raekwon was funny though. I always thought he was funny. Even when I didn't like him, I always thought he was funny. Like, he's a funny person. He's a character. Like, it's funny to me. Like, he makes me laugh. But I like funny people. So I always thought he was cool. Like, you know, it was just a misunderstanding between us. And I like the fact that we cool now, you know. And Chance, yeah, at 10 Tacos, y'all didn't see a lot, but I guess when we got done filming, it was a lot being said. I guess that's what Montel said at the reunion. Oh, let's fast forward to the reunion. I guess this is what y'all want. Y'all want the reunion tea, right? So let me give y'all the reunion tea. I don't even know if this video is like all over the place. If it is, I apologize, but because I'm just trying to rush this video because this is so much to recover and I just really don't remember half of the things. So we're just gonna fast forward to the reunion tea. So I have like little clips and stuff. I was supposed to vlog the reunion, so I'm just put like little clips here and there so I can explain what happened and stuff. So yeah, this is one of the clips that I got on my way to the reunion. And you know, so it's March 1st, the reunion or whatever. Yeah, I need that like. And me and Andre is here. She give a Pink Panther, I'm giving Pink Panther too.
First of all, disregard this footage. This is like blooper right now. Bitch, I don't want them to see I'm drinking this.
Hey,
Did yours look like something? Did mine's straight out the can like a Coke can?
But
Period.
we're
Y'all see that highlight?
Yeah.
See Roman on the motherfucking beat. Period.
And maybe I should got a little da da da.
I was gonna bring you some soon.
But I never wore makeup before. But we're dumb late to this reunion, y'all.
We're very, very late because of Spinks. Because of, we'll blame it on both of us.
Yeah, because
Spinks was stuck at work. He had a whole plan put together last night, which didn't go through. What happened?
This shit came on.
What came out? So yeah, Spinky had a whole plan yesterday.
Get off at 3. Da da da. About here.
I had a whole plan, and I was so indecisive of what was going on and what I was doing. So, but yeah, we're on our way. Bitch, the party don't start till a couple people walk in.
The king.
Period. Y'all see that glitter on my chest? It's a vibe.
So basically, as y'all can see from that clip, I met up with Andre or whatever, and we was so late because we thought the reunion started at 7:30, but come to find out the reunion didn't start till, as y'all can see, 9:30. So we was early, child. But we got there around like 8:30-ish. It was so much going on that day, like so much was going on. I had to work. I wanted to leave early. I couldn't leave early because it was just like too much going on. So I had to leave late. Then I had to get my nails done for no fucking reason. I wanted, you know, just to be extra. Then I had to come home, shower, get dressed, do this. Like I didn't leave my house at like 8 something. It was past the time I was supposed to leave my house. But yeah, so I met up with Andre. We was drinking, you know, drinking little thotties. I love a thot juice. I don't care what nobody say. Thot juice get me lit. I'm a thot get me lit. And disclaimer, this is not the same turtleneck from the reunion or from my confessional. I have 3 white turtlenecks. Like this was supposed to be the one I wore at the reunion, but this one came after the reunion, so I had to rush to a store and get that one because I forgot I even ordered this one. So yeah, I got like 3 white turtlenecks for no reason, and they all look the same. So yeah, that's just a disclaimer for y'all. Be like, oh, bitch, you got the same that? No, bitch, I got like 3 of them. They all look the same, but they all different materials. Period. So this is the next clip from the car chronicles that we're doing or whatever, me and Andre, and you know, just basically, you know, just talking while we're in the car, just chatting it up. So this is that.
You get sex.
This is Car Chronicles.
This is definitely Car Chronicles.
I can't believe we were really late.
We so late. It's ridiculous.
Karan is gonna kill us. I'm gonna be so nice to Karan.
Let's just be so, hey, what's going on?
I'm gonna be so
sorry.
nice to him,
I know. But I don't know.
I'm gonna be nice to him.
Since everybody was talking about my motherfucking shoulders and my chest being brolic and like manly at the scenes, bitch, I covered them up. I covered them up, bitch. Period.
The girls is done up. I can't wait to see everybody else. I want to see what Tom wearing, Montel. I want to see what Chance wearing.
Chance said, if you thinking you getting a look from him, you're not. He's wearing all black with red bottoms. So after that, we basically got to our destination after like a whole fucking hour ride. Like it was so far. Andre lived. I met up at Andre. I went to Andre's house, and he lived so far from the city. Like the drive is so far from his house to the city. He could have just came to my house and we would have got there faster. But basically, we get to our destination and it's like it's not a long line, but it's a line like outside. I'm just like, why are y'all waiting outside? Like, why are we trying inside yet? It's about like 9 o'clock right now, or going on 9. Like, why are y'all still waiting outside? Like, I'm not understanding. So we walk inside or whatever. It's just like this nice studio place or whatever. It's so cute and stuff. Da da da. So I'm like, oh, let me see what it's giving. You know, with the dressing rooms, bro. The dressing rooms gave box. Like it gave a box seat. I'm like, bitch, are y'all kidding?
So I have this next clip where we went, it's like this conference room where all the cast members was at, and they had like Popeyes and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just show y'all that. Behind the scenes footage, y'all. Behind the scenes. Hey, wait, who you? What's your name? Kassar. Kassar, not Kassar. Oh. At this time, we was just waiting like for so long for no reason. Like they was really dragging this reunion. Like they was dragging it. Like I'm like, it's getting hot. I'm getting aggy. It's no liquor. Like I'm just. I really wanted to drink it. I feel like if I would have had drinks, I would have been more lit than what I was at the reunion. I wasn't even that lit. I was just being the unbothered king that I am. But at this point, we just waiting. Y'all can see in this clip right here where we just sitting down, and it's me, O'Neal, Deshawn, and Andre. I think we just sitting down right here in this clip right here.
Cause Spanky, you came through, bitch.
Why you say
that is so.
Hello, Zara.
I can't.
The girls look nice. Let me shut up.
Over here.
After that, that's where we about to get mic'd up. So we go into like the camera room where all the cameras is at. Not the camera, but all the like TV screens so y'all can see like with it. Whatever, we in that room. It's me, O'Neal, and I think somebody else. And all the cast members is like in the hallway or whatever. So we all getting mic'd up. And I got this scene right here with me, O'Neal. You know, we about to go on stage and we, you know, just setting the tone for the night, like, period, as we should.
We on Spanky's YouTube. Season 2, the come up. The come up. We came through, we finished, we conquered, we here at the reunion. It's about to be litty.
It's been a long ride. So now we get to the reunion. It's like 9:30 right now. We get to the reunion. It's reunion time. Actually, I'm kind of nervous at this moment because I'm nervous for everything I do when it comes to like a stage presence where I gotta be in front of audience and stuff, because I feel like, I don't know, I just get nervous at some point. Like, I don't know, like when I used to dance, I'm always nervous at all my dance shows. I don't know, because I feel like I'm gonna mess up or like forget a step or like I just be so nervous. I overthink myself. So at this reunion, it's my first time doing a reunion, so it's just like making sure I look good, making sure I know what to say, making sure I don't mess up on my words, even though like I'm human, I make mistakes, but still, like, you gotta like impress these people and make sure they don't that you that bitch, period. But so yeah, so it's me, Montel, and O'Neal. We on stage. It's supposed to be Ty, but Ty did not come to the reunion, which is unfortunate because I wanted him to be there because he was like, he played a big part in this show. And yeah, I just want him to be there so he could plead his case and say what he had to say, and you know, I wanted everybody to be there actually. So that's that on that, and yeah.